Hey, Spike the Frugal Fixer here. I'm in the shop tonight on the computer, doing design work in Fusion 360. Now I have to squint my eyes a little bit when I talk about that because that's a deep subject. But we're going to make an adapter, screw on this bottle, and glue on the bottom a piece of that ABS over there to make something new to get you going. Stick with me. Okay guys, I'm going to take you in for a little ride on this Fusion 360. Let's do a little design work. Okay, we're going to start a new design, so we're going to go right up here and go to new design. It's going to come up. We're going to start by just drawing some stuff and make this thing happen. So let's start right here. Let's do a cylinder. We're going to put the cylinder on this surface right here. We're going to center point it, and we're going to draw the circle, and we're going to make that circle right there like that. We're going to let it draw. Now what we got over here, you see these numbers. I'm going to change these to different values that I want it to be. Now I've got some values that I've been using in here. So 1.75 is going to be our diameter. And then we're going to make this thing 1/4 of an inch thick, 0.25. And then we're going to make a new body. Let me show you what that looks like. Okay, ready? See here? That's just a little flat disc. Looks like kind of like a big quarter, okay? So now we're going to turn it up this way. We're going to put a name view here to make this easier to work. We're going to hit top. Now that's going to give us a real easy canvas here to work on. I'm going to take it down just a little bit. Now I just use the mouse, the scroll button to change that size. So here we're going to do another. Let's create another cylinder. And we're going to center it right on top of the other one right here. That's going to be our center point, and then we're going to make it let's make it like that. Okay, so now we're going to go over here. We're going to change these sizes. Now I've been using a 1.4, which is my outside, and in my height I'm going to make this 3/4 of an inch thick. So this whole thing's like an inch thick now. And then you see right here where it says join, we're going to join these two pieces together. So now it just looks like one piece, but when I roll it up, see what we got here? I roll it up and we get that. Okay, so now next thing we need to do is we need to make some holes through it for the stuff to go through. So I'm going to hit top to center it up again. Then we're going to make a hole. See this mark right here? This is a hole. So I'm marking a hole, and it's going to give me a spot. So I'm going to hit the hole right in the center, and then I'm going to hit it, and then I'm going to stretch it out here like that. So now we're going to make the hole through this thing. Let's go. Oh, let me look here. Let's make it. Let's change the diameter. Okay, we're going to make it 0.875. Okay, and then the depth is going to be about a 1/2 inch. Let's change that to a 1/2. So we're going to go a 1/2 inch deep, okay? And we're going to hit OK. So that's got us a hole going down in this. Let me show you what this looks like. See? There you go, right down through there. Now, what we're going to do next is we're going to top it, center it again so we can work. We're going to put another hole right in the same place. Boom. And then we're going to pull it out here and do it like this. And we're going to change this hole to go, watch this, all the way through. And we're going to change the size on this one, the diameter of it to 0.35 and hit OK. Now something didn't work right that time because that ain't right. We have a problem. Houston, we got a problem. Let's see what happened here. Oh, see the hole's crooked. Look at that. You see that? That hole is crooked as it can be. So we got to start over. So let's undo and take that part out. You got to wait on this thing to work sometimes because, well, it's got a mind of its own. Okay, we got the outside ring, the inside, and we got the first part of our hole here. Now, I think what I done wrong is this part right here I messed up. And so we're going to go back and change that. Watch this. I'm going to edit this feature. And what I done wrong is, you see where I had this thing with a point on the end of it? We're going to change that to a drill point, flat. So So now, when you look at this, watch this. See it's flat inside now? Okay, let's go back to our top view, get it all centered, make it perfect, easy to work. And we're going to make another hole, like we said. We're going to create a hole. We're going to put it right in the center of this thing. And we're going to make that hole go all the way through. And we're going to change the diameter of it. Well, 0.40 will be fine. I'd rather have 0.35. Let me change that right quick. 0.35. Okay. Now check this out. We got an adapter that's got a hole through the bottom, and it's got a hole in the top, and it's kind of rough looking, that's for sure. So now I'm going to put it up on this angle like this so I can see a little better what I'm doing. And we're going to do a little what we call modify. So modifying here, we're going to do fillets. So I'm going to take a fillet, and I'm going to put a fillet right here, and I'm going to make this fillet at 0.1 inch. You see how I got this nice rolling ball shape right here? And I kind of like that one. So we're going to change that. We're going to click on this one right here. We're going to put a fillet on it. The same thing. And that'll get a nice little roll on that edge. We're going to leave this flat for the bottle to mount on. Now we need to clean this up. That's a real sharp edge. Let's make that pretty. Let's get this fillet and just throw one in right there and see what that does, okay? It's going to tangent. Going to make a point. Okay. Now let's look and see what we've done. Now what we've done is we smoothed and softened all the edges so it won't have places to crack. When you smooth things like that, you take away your places to make cracks. So now what we got a part, we got a place to mount it on the bottle, so glue it right on the bottom. We got a place, but we have no threads. So we're going to go next and we're going to create threads. And then we're going to click right inside of here because we want to put the thread right there. And then it says 0.875, but I'm going to change that to a 1 inch. And it's a 1 inch UNC thread, right-handed, class 3B. And I've done a bunch of research to find the exact right thread to fit a sucker bottle. And that is what that is that's the thread that fits a sucker bottle. So we're going to click that and put that into there. And then we're going to click this and we're going to rotate this around now where you can see a little better. So what you have is you got these threads got a little rounded edge to them. You see this? The reason for that is because that's the way the threads are shaped on the bottle. It's not a pipe thread. It's a different thread. So anyway, that's the way the shape is, and that's what we've done, and we've got it designed. And next thing we'll do is we'll take this and we'll take this file. We'll create a build file off of it. First I'm going to save it. Bottle adapter 3 because I made one earlier when I was testing this program to see if it was going to work right. So it's all saved and we got that done now. So this part's ready to take and send over to the computer. I mean to the 3D printer. So anyway, nothing else I can do here, but I've just whipped that out and showed you how it mounts. The bottle screws in and beds against that. When the gold comes in, this thing will be mounted on the table like this. The water will be going across the top and the gold will be going around, and you just take a little brush and sweep the gold right over into that hole, and it drops down here into this bottle. It's going to be screwed on this bottom right here, see? So anyway, that's what we got going. And I guess y'all understand now Spike can sometimes be the high-tech redneck. Y'all be good. We'll see how this turns out. Okay, been running a 3D printer today, making parts. Prototyped them a week or so ago and been putting them into production now on the machine. And well, there's 4 of them. And all they need is a little acetone bath to smooth them, and then I think they'll be ready to hold water. So why don't we check them out and see how they work. Let me see if one of them will come loose. You want to look at one? Let's see if it come. Oh, they just fell off. Look at that. They're not even lit. Boy, that one's on there good.
Let me see. There's the bottom of that one. Taper, threads, all fixed up. But man, that one there's, that one's really on there. I ain't breaking my glass, am I? Hey, knocked it off. Okay. So, that's the first time I've ever made 4 at one time. But, there's 4. All at one time, ready to go. So, there we are. Look at this. That bucket's half full of water and I can pick it up by that thing all well. Let's see what I can do with it. Ready? Yeah. That's a half a bucket of water I just picked up by the bracket that mounts the thing. So that'll prove to you how good it's going to mount, guys. Hey, thank you. If you stayed and watched that and enjoyed it, I hope you did. Hey, this is the way it turned out. There's your bottle, there's your thread, and screw it right on there. And ready to go. We're going to glue that on the bottom of the table and be ready to sweep some gold in with a little brush. Check out the pictures. You'll see what we got going. Hey, be good. Thank you all for coming by. Come back again soon. Appreciate it.